Florida Blue proudly supports Memories of the March.
Who I am today and what I have done in my life was greatly, greatly impacted by my being a part of that movement. Well, in 1963, I was 20 years old, and I lived in West Palm Beach, Florida. As long as I can remember, I guess I had a little bit of a rebel spirit because I always knew that I was as good or better than many. So I made it my business to be a part of whatever was going on. The local marches. We did sit-ins at the Five and Dime store. We integrated the local city pools. So yes, I was always a part of the movement. We were poor, we didn't have any money, and we heard about it. We knew that it was going to be a march. We felt that it was going to be a very significant march. And we went through the neighborhoods and we collected money, telling the neighbors and friends that we wanted to be a part of the march, but we needed money to ride the Freedom Train. Even 50 years ago, I knew it. I knew it deep in my heart that this was a great moment of change. It was my first trip out of Florida. And as far as the eye could see, people just with the same kind of expression on their face, happy to be there, so delighted to be a part of change. I could see, I could hear, and I just felt like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Here is Dr. Martin Luther King, and I was chosen to have been one to stand there and hear that famous speech. He was speaking to me. He was speaking to my heart. He was speaking to my dreams. He was letting me know that things were going to change. Things were going to be different. And I was just so happy to hear it firsthand and to know that I was going to be a part of that change. I think the legacy of that march means that one day we will be one. This nation will be one. We're not yet, but if we keep trying and we keep moving forward, we keep opening our hearts to each other, I do believe that one day we will be one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the racial climate during that period of time was sort of intense, I would say. I always had a problem with trying to understand why things were segregated. Our neighborhoods were either well, mostly white, and then there were certain segments where the African Americans lived. Segregated schools, segregated everything. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to help make changes. I wanted to better understand how to help, how everybody could come together and everybody be allowed to do whatever it was that they chose to do and not be constrained by the color of our skin. Just awed by all of the people. There were thousands of people. Everybody was there because they wanted to be there. And they knew just like I knew that this was going to be an historical moment. And we all wanted to be a part of this big change-making moment. We have a ways to go, but we have come a long way. But I am a respectful person, and I demand respect in return. Whereas 50 years ago, you could demand all you want. You didn't get it. Well, I try, when I have occasion, to talk with my grandchildren about that era in my life. I try to help them understand where we came from so they can better appreciate where we are and where we're going. I try to have them understand how important it was and how grateful I am that I was chosen to be a part of it. And I want them to remember that who I am today and what I have done in my life was greatly, greatly impacted by my being a part of that movement. Even 50 years ago, I knew it. I knew it deep in my heart that this was a great moment of change. And I know that a lot of this has to do with that time period where we really learned to have hope that our future would be brighter. And it has been. We're not there, but we're closer. It was a dismal thought that I would get a chance to be where I eventually wound up being. So I know that all of the involvement and the changes that have taken place helped to make me who I am today.